Hi there, my name is Mark. I'm going to give you a really brief overview of how I used some prompts to create a Dungeons and Dragons campaign using ChatGPT. I have a link in the description to the prompts that I've used, and there are two of them. The first one is for creating the overall campaign. It will create an outline for you that includes a number of adventures, all aimed at accomplishing some overarching goal, along with subplots and a list of the NPCs and important characters. It has a couple of other instructions in there as well. But the gist of it is that you run that to create the overarching campaign document, and then you feed that document into the other prompt. The other prompt is used for creating each individual adventure. So and then after each adventure is run, you create a summary of what the players accomplished, which is very important because you can run the adventure prompt again and provide it with the campaign document along with your summary of what the adventures have done so far, and it will create the next adventure and kind of pick up where that last adventure left off. So if the players were led outside of town and you tell it, hey, they ended up in a barn, the next adventure should pick up where the barn was. Or you can tell it where you want it to start, but in any event, it'll take into account the adventures that they've had already. Perhaps NPCs that weren't mentioned in the campaign document have been met, and you can put those in your summary, so it will make use of those, things like that. It's very important so that it knows where to pick up in the story through the campaign. In any event, I have copied and pasted this into ChatGPT and gone ahead and generated the first campaign, which I will just go ahead and copy here, and I'll put it back into the editor, and I'll just preview it. So this is what this looks like. In this particular case, it created a campaign story arc called The Echoes of Eternity. It consists of actually 7 adventures. I know it says 7 to 9. And each adventure, it just, like I said, this is creating the skeleton of the campaign itself. So it lists all 7 adventures, it gives them each a name, gives them each an objective, the key events that happen in it, and the subplot integrations. So as I go down, you'll see the subplots are listed. So here's the subplots and how they unfold. It gives a description of each one. It also includes important groups and figures, which could be important for your story. So after you've created this document, what you would do is you would grab the adventure creation prompt. And this prompt, I'll show you what this looks like real quick. Oops. This document includes basically a number of instructions, including how to structure the adventure, keep in mind the subplots, make sure you have opportunities for character involvement, give me information that the NPCs know, include some puzzles, include some loot, include some traps and ambushes and surprises. And then, of course, it also lists, this is for level 1 characters, this is going to be a part that you're going to want to customize, make sure that you include more details so that it can make the adventure a little bit more fun by customizing it for your particular players. So in this case, if I take this prompt, I will go to ChatGPT, I will create a new prompt, I'll paste this in, or a new GPT, I'll paste this prompt in. I'm going to go ahead and tell it. It asks me to tell it when to start. And I'm going to say, I'm going to attach our campaign document, which is right here. So I've attached the campaign document. Please review it and create the first adventure. And it will go ahead and create the first adventure for us, Silent Screams. And it gives a bunch more information here. And as you can see, it'll give us a good breakdown of what the adventure is going to be like. I'm going to create another video. It will give you a much more in-depth description of how I used this. But this is a really quick video just to show you. The other thing that you're going to want to do to keep in mind is after your players run this, just as a reminder, after players run this adventure, you will want to create a document called, in this case, it would be called, the Silent Screams Summary Adventure. You would run the prompt again and give it the campaign document, and you would tell it, here's the summary from the first adventure. Please create the second adventure now. And it will create the second adventure and take into account the adventure that they previously had, the information you've given them. And in any event, this is about the whole gist of it. Each time you do an adventure, provide the summary for the previous adventures, and it will continue going through, and your whole campaign should be run. So yeah, feel free to shoot me a line or ask any questions.